Well, here we are in Miami, 10 minutes before qualifying does start. We look to the grid, and obviously there's no one there, it's not the main race. It's Saturday, getting ready for qualifying. We can see Pau and a new guest coming in, Bry. He hasn't pretty much raced for most of the season, but he comes in, and hopefully he does race. But yes, we are going to cut to Omi. Quickly, let's go to him, who is currently trackside today, for this weekend.
Absolutely. We're both tracks this weekend, which is absolutely the fantastic thing. We're going to be in for a very interesting weekend. We already saw an extraordinary Formula 2 race that just finished. We now have F1 qualifying, followed by a football match as well, and a really highly anticipated football match. So that will be exciting. But Formula 1 qualifying, if we look to the skies right above us, you can see that it's not the sunny conditions that we've had for this weekend so far. It's been sunny across Formula 2. It's been sunny all the way through. Formula 1, it's got clouds all over. Right now, the circuit, dark clouds, meaning rain is probably could come on the circuit. We could see some rain make its appearance this time around, and if it does, the drivers need to get their laps in early, because if it doesn't stop raining, then that could be it. That could be the only moment of qualifying. So drivers need to get laps in immediately in case it starts raining, but we could be in with a very good session if it does rain as well. But the timing of the rain is going to be critical as well. So that'll be very interesting to see. But yeah, great to be trackside, a fantastic view. I'll be going across all sorts of different places across this session to watch the cars go round, and of course also bringing you some insight as well for probably one of the final times this season. So yeah, great first of all location, great view over the circuit. It's going to definitely be a good view for the start of the race as well, but I can't see too much of turn number one, so I might decide to probably go a little bit more closer towards the first corner as well for tomorrow's race start. But yeah, a great view this is. And of course, it is right next to the Hard Rock Stadium, which is where the football match will be happening, which you can catch later on as well. Jaden, you've got your team. You've also got Pal's team as well participating. It's all going to be very exciting. But Formula 1 qualifying, it does look like Pal now does hopefully feel a bit more confident with his car. But now where does Bry filter out? Bry is now also going to be in, and also doing qualifying today. So it'll be interesting to see how Bry's going to be able to get on. That is an unknown. But right now it's Pal and Bry, the only two drivers that are in game. Hopefully more will join us as we approach qualifying.
Yep, indeed. Obviously, this will be exciting. Hopefully, exciting qualifying session. Bry coming in to play. Will be interesting to see where he will filter in, as Omi did say. As we do look at the pit lane currently, you can see the McLaren, and you can see Bry standing next to the McLaren garage. Unfortunately, no, it's not here today unless he will join quite late, as you do see Omi standing on the balcony. But yes, there might be rain forecasted for qualifying today, and if there is rain, then as Omi did say, the driver is gonna have to put in a lap early in a session just in case. Obviously, you can't really see properly. You can see fog coming out of the last corner, not the last proper corner, but yes, last corner. Um, and well, the clouds going over Miami, and I'm sure hopefully we can get a interesting qualifying session here in Miami. Just like we saw for Formula 2 sprint race earlier at 10. Obviously, first half was very exciting. Second half, it did quiet down quite low. I'm sure Omi enjoyed the first half mostly. But yes, we move on to Formula 1, where people do want to see, obviously, as well as Formula 2. We can see Powell at the end of the pit lane. But yes, we are now going in just a few seconds' time. We are now going to cut to the broadcast. Well, after what was a interesting Formula 2 sprint race, we move on to Formula 1 qualifying, where we hope to see action play out between Note, Power and maybe Logo if the all three do attend. We do have a special guest. Why does arrive here today unexpectedly, obviously. This is the last race here in North America before we move to the Middle East. Then we go back to Europe for the final race. 57 laps obviously in total, but you do not need to worry about that until the race. There is 19 tons of rack, 33.53 meters of elevation, and I'm sure we can hopefully see lots of action, not only here in qualifying, but also in the main race tomorrow. And it'll be interesting to see who will be able to take pole position, whether Powell can make it 3 in a row, or can Logo try and deny him. But and also note, he was nearly about to win last race, but it was taken away from him. He does have a 3 pace grid penalty, however, which will stop him from getting pole position. Yes, 3 tyres to pick from. I'm sure everyone in qualifying is going to go for the soft tyres since it's faster. But yes, here on soft, medium and hard. And if it is raining, you will be seeing drivers go onto inters or maybe wets. Now we do cut to the track where we see Powell and Bry, McLaren and Red Bull at the end of the pit lane. Currently no Note, no Logo, as I said before. 2 minutes until it is a green light, and then these drivers can go and perform however they like. Obviously take different racing lines and stuff. Can Powell try and take pole position away from pretty much Logo, or Note if they do decide to join? Maybe we will see a shock. Bry maybe return to pole position, but the Red Bull car is not updated. Obviously, he has not been attending all season round, so it's pretty much a bit confusing for him as he first joins us here in Miami. Only a few miles left, 122 out of 25. We move to next race. We do go to Saudi Arabia and Qatar, two races that we hopefully do look forward to. Saudi Arabia obviously very fast, most corners in F1 calendar. Qatar also very fast. And then we move on to a much slower track in Monaco for the final race, where maybe Harrison comes back. You never know what will happen, or will Power be able to at least continue the streak all the way until the end and make it a personal best for him for his longest streak. Not obviously longest streak in PRL history, but longest streak for him, having won in Chicago, Mexico, then Miami, where he's trying to look for 3 in a row. Then Saudi Arabia will be 4, Qatar will be 5, and Monaco will be 6. So nearly going for Harrison's record, but in USA he was denied that. Heartbreak stuff for him, as he did not have the gears. But Harrison is gone. We do have green lights currently on the track. As currently you can see me in the commentary box. Unfortunately, the spectator menu is not working, so we are gonna have to type it out. But we do see Powell on the track currently. He's looking to try and take pole position away still, as he does brush the barrier and going through the back straight, where I'm sure will be many overtakes towards the next braking zone. And well, he has struggled for the last since last race, but he's looking to turn that round now. He did practice yesterday. However, note, obviously he's got faster car throughout the corners, so it'll be interesting to see how he will do coming into this weekend. Logo, I did me and Omi did discuss. I think Omi mentioned it in the F2 sprint race or F2 qualifying or something like that. I don't quite remember. But Omi did say that Logo was struggling through the second sector. He's 3 attempts down when he was getting a personal best, and everyone else was having no personal best, no purples, and he was still 3 attempts down. So it'd be interesting to see whether he'll be able to keep pole position or will Power return back, as we do see him for his first lap or his first attempt of this qualifying session through turn number 8. Now on to the long back straight towards turn number 11 we go now, and I'm sure it'll be quite interesting to see whether one of these drivers, whether Bry can return back to pole or something like that. Obviously, he has not raced in PRL for quite a while, but he will. He will, I'm sure, have an opportunity if he can get the car upgraded. We go into the second back straight towards turn number 17, where we saw Powell have an attempt move on Logo in a sprint race on the final lap. That did not work out for him, and instead he spun out, which costed him. But first lap for Powell. Let's see how this would go. 20 is a purple through first, purple through second, purple through third, and then purple overall. So 118.690 for everyone to beat. Why currently is unfortunately not really. It's not showing too much pace. But yes, currently as this race does, or not this race, sorry, as this qualifying session is not really too much action currently, as we do wait for others. We can cut down to Omi trackside this weekend, and well, he did say before qualify did start that he'll be at different points of the track. Here is one of the points.
Absolutely. Now, when I planned this earlier on, I would have preferred a bit more sun out there for the session that I'm not in the commentary box for. I'm actually trackside. I would have preferred a bit more sun, especially as I am sick in real life. I would have preferred a bit more sun here as well. So yeah, we're gonna try and get through this. We're gonna see the cars make their way through any second. This is a very, very interesting corner. Do you go for the wide line? Do you try cut over to the inside towards our part of the circuit? And you can also see, here we go then, I can hear a car coming. There goes the Red Bull flying through. And I'm really excited to see how the McLaren is though. That is Bry, a driver who is trying to get used to that car as well. And trying to adapt back into racing here in Roblox. As he's been focusing, of course, a lot on school and studies. Here comes the McLaren, flying through goes Powell. Very close to the blue stuff there on the outside line. And you could see he was going all the way to the limit, trying to extract everything he can out of this lap. It means that drivers aren't coming as close to me here on this inside part of the circuit, but we really get to see what sort of lines are drivers taking. Are they going wide? Are they trying to take a different approach? If the outside line isn't working, they do have another option as well to go a little bit more tight in, but that all depends on the different drivers as well. Now I'm going to head over and try and find a different spot, and also save my voice a bit as I'm a bit sick, but you know, being trackside gets you all loud. So yeah, I've got a football match to commentate, I've got a Formula 2 feature race to commentate tomorrow as well, so I'm going to take a few minutes break as I head to another point of the circuit. Back over to you in the commentary box.
Thank you very much, Omi, and I'm sure they will try and find different racing lines. And well, Pal currently fastest overall, trying to find improvement. He couldn't find improvement last lap, but he's still got time in this session currently, as I forget to put on the lap or the timer on the board. 24 minutes will be under it will be 24 minutes by the time it does cut. In just a few seconds, we do go to quali modes currently. There we go. Timer is on the board. We go past Omi, trying to go to a different point of the track, but we are more worried about this, about the action on the track currently. Powell obviously trying to find improvement. Right, currently 2 seconds slower through the first sector. What is the second sector looking like? It is a 36.571, so still 2.5 seconds slower. And now, will we see an overtake in qualifying? We will see an overtake in qualifying, and through goes Powell ahead of Bry down towards turn number 17. We go now, and it is sunny at some parts of the track, I could say, but still not sunny at most parts of the track. But the clouds are clearing up now, which means that we can hope that the track grip, the track temperature will improve. But yes, let's see how will go. Currently by 10 seconds slower. Than Powell's last lap. Powell, purple through sector 1 currently. Interesting to see how we will go. How he will go in this qualifying session. 22 minutes, obviously. So there is pretty much no need to push, but I guess he can push whenever he wants to. Down towards turn number 12 and to the hairpin we go now. And over the curb he goes, and well, that might ruin. Well, it did not ruin this second sector. Instead, he is going purple through the second sector. So it's a currently purple first, purple second. Will it be purple third, then purple overall? Down towards turn number 17. This is a crucial part of the circuit where, if you do make a mistake, that will cost you, because the outside barrier is just there. It's not like a one-off area. It's not pretty much like Belgium, and that is Bry currently stuck. There is yellow flags on the circuit currently, and we cut to Bry currently, who has got a car stopped as he's getting it out currently. Yellow flags currently, but he has got that out now, so that is good for him. Powell backed out of it, which is good, so he does not risk getting the penalty. But yes, Bry continues on, and I'm sure he will try and find some whatever improvements out there. And here is, as someone has joined, that is the team support, the tow truck and stuff. He will be with us for most of the weekends. But yes, let's watch Powell currently, who I'm sure might have backed out of the lap time after he had to back out a bit after the yellow flags, after Bry's whatever happened there. Guessing he might have spun or something. But yes, took him 2 minutes to try and get out of there. But let's see what will Powell do as he comes around the final corner now to restart his lap time. As he goes down towards turn number 1, he's gone wide. He's gone very wide. That might have costed him a bit, but he continues on. Down towards turn number 4 and through 5 and 6. 4 is where we saw Omi at currently, and he did say that drivers do have an option, either take the wider line, or if that is not working, they could take the inside line, which could possibly help them, but it is a bit risky. Obviously you might hit the barrier and you could go off pretty much, and it will cost you very much. We saw in Mexico, obviously, the crash, as we do see Omi as we're going past Omi. Powell does hit the barrier, and I'm sure he might back out of that. Yes, he does back out of that. And currently, not sure where Bry is. He is in the pits currently. So as it's all calmed down currently, let's go over to Omi, who is at turn number 11.
Thank you very much. Here we are then, and this time around we are not fully behind the barrier, and you would have just seen Powell hit that inside wall. So yeah, Just gotta move myself slightly over this way in case any drivers are attempting that again. But here we go, another corner, and this time around, we could see drivers trying to be late to the brakes, go wide, but also if someone's trying to hit the apex, that can also be a different question. So let's see, let's work it out. What sort of lines are the drivers taking through this part of the lap? And we'll wait for someone to approach. But yeah, a very interesting part of the circuit. In the race, a big overtaking opportunity. We saw so many battles. We had a battle between Jaden and Logo earlier on in FIA Formula 2. And we saw most of the battling happening in this part of the circuit. The exit from the previous corner all the way down up to here is very critical. Now, enough about Formula 2, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. I can hear an engine coming towards me. It is the Papaya McLaren, who this time did not hit the inside wall. He noticed I was there, and he was a little bit more careful with that one. So not hitting the inside wall this time around for Pal, and of course it was a mistake. It cost him time last time around, meaning that he had to back out of it as well. But yeah, he's got a 1 minute 18. He is just going out there, learning stuff before tomorrow, trying to win 3 races in a row as well is Palin. It will be his first time doing so, if he is able to achieve that. Right now it's only Bry, who is, as we mentioned, learning all the while with every corner that he turns in that Red Bull. And I believe soon he'll be coming up towards us as well, and we can see what sort of line he is taking through this part of the lap, hopefully in a few moments time. But a very interesting part of the circuit, and definitely when it gets to the race, at least this is your main overtaking opportunity for sure, and watching the drivers make their way through this part of the lap will be very exciting as well. So I'm being told that Brian is currently sitting down in the pit lane, so we're not expecting to see him make his way round. So I think we're just going to wait one more time for Pal to make his way through, and here he goes. This time as well, goes for the inside, runs the car wide onto the outside blue stuff, and gets some good drive for the next few corners. A tight part of the circuit which comes up after that. And Jaden, guess what? That is going to be my next location. In a minute's time, you'll be able to see me at the tight part of the circuit over the chicane.
Yep, indeed. Thank you very much, Omi, and I'm sure we will cut to you a few times. Hopefully, this qualifying session we do go on board with Power currently. Fastest through the first sector. It is not an improvement through the second sector, but what is the last sector looking like? He goes over the line and he does not improve. He nearly improves. He is 3 thousandths of his best lap time currently. Fastest through first sector, fastest through last sector. So you might have made a slight mistake, but he is still going to be pushing on this lap, and for the next 15 minutes he will be pushing on until someone else could possibly join. Hopefully we do get Logo or Notes do come in, and maybe even bring up a battle here in Miami qualifying. But yes, it's currently calmed down quite a lot actually, and I'm hoping that we do get some excitement. I guess over the curb goes Pal. We're interested in stuff, but that is on fascinating stuff. Currently no improvement through the first, no improvement through the second sector. What is the third sector looking like? 15 minutes ago, currently, no other driver other than Pal and Bry. They've been in the session since the start. And Pal still can't find a improvement. He's 1300s off once again, still close. Not 1300, he's 3 tenths off actually. Just about that, but yes, I can confirm that Bry is on the circuit currently in the AlphaTauri. He was told to go in AlphaTauri. So it'll be interesting to see how he can perform in the Red Bull sister team, as we do cut back to Pal, going towards turn number 11 once again. And to where we did see Omi. Clouds are currently going over the track once again. Well, what is this part of the circuit looking like? He's gone nearly over the curb. He does go over the curb, and he's being all careful as he's trying to push. He is quite slow through the second sector currently. So these last few corners, if he wants an improvement, he is going to have to do whatever going into the final corners. As he comes on, turn number 17, a crucial part of the track, through 18, now cutting 19 to try and get all the time as he crosses the line now, and he is slow and is no improvement overall, but he will go again because he's got 13, well, more than 13 minutes to go until it is checker flag out and session over. He is currently on pole position. He hits the barrier. He's got pole by a massive margin, so he does not need to worry about anything unless Bry can do whatever with the AlphaTauri, which will be quite surprising. Obviously the AlphaTauri not updated. But yes, let's go to Omi currently. As I try to spectate him. There he is, at another open part barrier track.
Well, it is one of those calm qualifying sessions. We've gone over halfway. We've already utilized our three different locations. And here we go. I'm going to shut up for a second. We've got a car coming towards us in a few moments' time, hopefully, as well. And there we go with Pal. Oh, he hits the inside barrier, hitting the inside wall. And I want to see how much I can get away with this. This is the best opportunity. I'm going to go closer and closer and closer. I want to touch this curb and stand right as close as possible to this. And I'm just touching. I'm just touching. This is the most I can get away with. The absolute most I can get away with without absolutely being hit in a moment's time. So let's just hope no driver hits the inside wall. But, what a tight part of the circuit it is. Not just this part. What you do then as well. You've got a little curb in the middle of the second part of the chicane where drivers just absolutely put their foot down and keep the throttle going. It does mean that they can go flying momentarily if that happens. But yeah, now you've got Bry in an AlphaTauri car as he tries to get closer to the lap of Pow. Here we go. We've got the AlphaTauri coming towards us now, and he's gonna cut over the chicane. Doesn't come anywhere near me. He just goes straight over that road over there. So yeah, that's the line that Bry is taking. Pow, we'll wait for him to come through one last time as well, and then I'll head back over to you in the commentary box. But what an exciting part of the circuit this is. It really dictates whether you could have an opportunity in a couple of corners time when you have that last straight that goes down to the braking zone. I can hear a Formula 1 engine getting closer and closer. It got very close to me, but that McLaren looks on fire, matching its papaya colours right now at the moment. I'm going to hand back over to Eugene in the commentary box as my voice, while being sick, is gone. I'm using it all before the football match, which is not a good idea. I'm probably going to go up to the balcony to watch a bit of Formula 1, and I'll let you do the talking for the remainder of the session. Maybe you'll come down to me at some point when I'm somewhere on the balcony as well. But yeah, I'm going to go and enjoy watching these cars with a little bit more safety.
Yep, indeed. Thank you very much, Omi. As we do cut back onto the track, as currently, yes, we can see McLaren still trying to find improvement out there. He's set on his first lap, on his first flying lap, of 1:18.690, and ever since that, he has not been able to find an improvement. Ever since that, obviously, 20 minutes have gone past. 10 minutes is left now for whatever out there now as we go towards the chicane now through 14 and 15, where Omi is still at, and I'm sure he does not want to risk his life, and I'm sure he wants to move away quickly. Currently, conversations going on, but that is not really interesting. We are more interested in seeing this flying McLaren trying to make it 3 in a row. In order to do that, he's gonna have to start on pole, which is the best advantage. Crosses the line now, still no improvement. He is not literally, sorry. He is about 7 tenths off from his best lap time. But yes, this race currently is quite, not race, sorry, this qualifying session is quite boring. Unfortunately, I was hoping to see some action going on. Obviously, still clouds in the air, no reported rain yet, but I'm hoping we do get some rain soon. But it will not really make it won't make any effects, to be fair. It's pretty much pretty much yeah, pretty much doesn't improve your lap time or anything. It's just more risky, basically, if you're trying to push out there. Powell still trying to find improvement. He is a few tenths off from his best, but down towards time number 17, where we hope to see lots of overtakes. You try to get the braking right, exit, and now it's foot to the floor through 18, then 19, and you have to brake for turn number 1. Still no improvement for Powell, as he is trying to find even more improvements. Or is he his first flying lap? I'm sure drivers could find improvements out there. But oh, he does hit the barrier, and that might have affected his lap time, and he might back out of that one. So we continue on through the next couple of corners. He's not that far off, but it will still affect his lap time unless he can, well, try and make the second sector look superb as he is entering it now through turn number 11. Now to the next couple of corners towards the chicane through 14 and 15. He's over the curb, and that might affect his lap, maybe not. Towards turn number 17 once again with less than 7 minutes to go in this session. I'm hoping we do get a good lap time or a good qualifying session. He hits the barrier for what would have been an improvement, but I'm sure that final corner, the brush was really quite effective. Oh, nearly flipping around, literally going into the air. It's Pow, and that was, well, very unexpected. Obviously, him trying to push out there, trying to find whatever lap time, and it has unfortunately affected him. But yes, currently he's hitting the barrier for whatever reason, trying to weave around to get temperature in the tires. I'm sure we can cut to Omi very soon, as we have got less than 6 minutes left. First, we need to try and find him somewhere. I'm sure he is somewhere, and well, his voice does need to rest, so hopefully he does not shout too much. Let's actually try and find Omi. We do cut to Omi, and he is currently on the bridge.
On the bridge! Bit more secure unless someone, as you can see, there's an orange sausage curve right there. If someone goes flying over it and manages to come up here, unless that happens, I am pretty much safe in this location, and it's a great way to watch the cars on the way in, and if I can be quick enough, cars on the way out as well. So that's the exciting bit, and then you can see it goes slightly downhill from this angle. So yeah, brilliant parts to be at on the bridge. However, I am actually going to now move myself back over to the pit lane in a few moments time as well to enjoy watching the cars go through at high speed on the balcony, as I've seen cars on the through the commentary box make their way through. But yeah, I'm gonna now take a look and go on the balcony to see what is taking place there. But yeah, one of the more quieter sessions, I think probably the most quieter session that we've ever streamed on this PRL channel as well. But I'm gonna hand it back over to you because I see a purple sector.
Yep, the purple sector for Power currently, as we do cut away from Omi. Thank you very much, Omi, for pretty much most of the session talking to you. But yes, purple first sector for Pal, trying to find improvement out there wherever is out there. He's trying to go as close as to the wall, trying to get all the track he needs to try and find the best lap time towards turn number 17 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. He comes around the final corner. Can this finally be improvement after his first flying lap? He crosses the line and he goes 2 tenths faster. This time not really that fast, but yes, he does go 2 tenths faster. And he can finally find an improvement after trying to find one all session round. No improvement through the second, and oh, flipping round goes power, and there will be a yellow flag through the first sector. Don't think it should affect anyone, but he does continue on, trying to go as close as to the barrier, and he ends up hitting the barrier, and he does flip around. Lots of ands in the sentence, but yes, similar to what we saw with Logo in the sprint race, he did hit the barrier. Let's hear from Pal.
Yeah, I mean, good lap. Just a flip there. I'm just going to rest the tyres now and do one more lap. I just need to hit the apexes and go for the rhythm again.
Yep, indeed. Pal is going to try and rest the tyres. He is hitting all the barriers currently, and he is stopped on the track. But he has done 19 laps in this session. Compared to Bry, he did take a rest, 8 laps, no corner cuts currently, but there is pretty much no reason to have corner cuts because it's pretty much like Monaco. There's no way you can cut majority of the track. There are some parts which you can gain lots of time. Some parts that, well, you try to cut and you end up hitting the barrier, just like what Power just did. The walls are quite closed in around the circuit. But Pal will have maybe 2 laps. He will have 2 laps to try and find an improvement out there. Bry will have another lap unless he makes a mistake on the current one. Let's actually cut to him with 1 minute 35 seconds to go until the checker flag is out, and that will be session ended. But Pal currently purple through the first sector. Bry taking a little slow approach towards turn number 11. Obviously, he does not want to hit the balls. He doesn't want to do anything. He's still trying to find improvements out there. And well, let's cut back to Pal. Fastest through the first sector. He is absolutely flying out there. Through the second sector he goes now. Towards turn number 17, what is the second sector looking like? Purple through the first, purple through the second, and now he's going to have to get turn number 17 right if he wants his lap time to count, if he wants to improve his lap time by far. Last time he improved, it was only 2 tenths. And that was only purple through the first sector, no improvement through the second, third. This time it's improvement through the first, improvement through the second, and he crosses the line. And this time he goes 5 tenths faster than his fastest lap. It is a 1:17.929, and he's got one more lap to try and find an improvement out there. And he is hoping that he does not make a mistake. He's hoping that there is no disruption going on currently. There is Bry ahead of us currently. As Power is approaching, the checker flag is going to be out, and well, final laps for everyone currently. Bry just a few seconds off. He's gone wide, and he's gonna have to open up the door. Try to let Power through. Power does go a bit wide, but through the chicane we go now. What is the second sector looking like? He does look quite fast. It is a purple second sector currently for Pal. He already has pole position. And Bry backed out of that one, but he still wants to take it away and improve even more. Round turn number 17, he goes for the final time in this session into the main race. He cuts turn number 19, he crosses the line now. Will it be an improvement? No, it will not. And that is it for qualifying here in Miami. And I'm sure we hope that we will get a good good race tomorrow. We can only see Pal going towards the podium and driving backwards in the pit lane. Logo unfortunately joins at the wrong timing. That is very unfortunate for him. So yes, that is very unfortunate for him joining at the wrong time. But we see Pal currently. We are waiting for Bry so we can get some interviews in as he creates some smoke trying to go up, and oh dear. That is very strange, but he is safely out and we can try and speak to him. Um that is probably the most shocking thing I've seen. Yes, that is probably one of the most shocking things I have seen um this weekend and maybe all season round. Just car braking, trying to go up a ramp. But we can speak to him, however. Here is Bry. Right. Hello, Bry. I think he is gonna text instead, and I'll read out what he does say. Bry, how was that session for you? Oh no, nothing. No response currently. Um, Currently there is no response. Um, yes, no response. So I think we are going to cut to Pal. Bry leaves. Let's speak to. Actually, Bry might be able to speak. Hello, Bry. Still no response, unfortunately, unless he will respond. I think he's gonna text.
Oh, it's there muted because it's general.
Alright.
Better because it's
So um let's move over to somewhere else currently where he can speak. Um do move everyone over somewhere else. Right, now can Bye
Can you
speak.
hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yep, hello Bye.
Hello.
How's that for you?
That was pretty bad.
Obviously, you're still trying to adapt to the car. You haven't really raced around here for well, you haven't raced in PRL for a while. So, obviously out there on the track, how are you feeling? How's your confidence this weekend?
It's pretty low. I'm just trying to get used to the car. Take it slow for the first race and see what I can do.
If you obviously the AlphaTauri isn't updated, are you hoping that the AlphaTauri are you hoping that you'll try get upgrades for the AlphaTauri in obviously Saudi Arabia and the last few races?
Hopefully,
Alright, thank you very much, and I'm sure we will be able to, as we see AlphaTauri getting towed currently. Here is Pal currently. Hello, Pal.
Hello.
How's that for you?
A bit boring, but I mean, I was just trying to improve getting into the 17s, and I did that in the end. Brilliant lap. Purple, purple, purple.
Um,
Yeah, I figured out the lines throughout that whole race. No, not race, quali. Um, yeah, obviously getting a pole was quite nice, but obviously I've not had one since Tokyo this season. So yeah, 2 poles now. I'll take it. But that's not the main prize. Tomorrow, the bigger prize is winning, and I want to do that again. I like the feeling of winning.
Yep, indeed. Obviously, you've been trying to find improvement. How is your confidence going into the race?
Um. Oh, obviously, I know Note's got a 3 place grid penalty, so that will still affect him. Logo might have to battle with Bry tomorrow, so that could help me a bit. You know, obviously, I'm wanting to go ahead. Obviously, I know in this car is not the best of starts. Actually, the revs, the car falls way better. That's why I got lost in Mexico at the start. Quite annoyed me. So yeah, I know I've got Bry beside me. It does help a tiny bit. So if I can just get that, I think I've won the race into turn one.
Yep, indeed. Obviously, you have obviously last week in Mexico, you obviously did want to win it properly. Do you think you'll be able to win it properly this weekend rather than last weekend?
Well, Logo and Noah are struggling here. They're struggling. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving this track, honestly. Nope, didn't like the F1 because of the speeds and the straight of the turns. It was quite annoying them. I figured out a trick on there. Got faster down. I've got an upgrade this weekend, so that helps a tiny bit. And yeah, I mean, going into this, it's working for now. But tomorrow is race day. Anything could happen over 30 laps, and that's quite sad because you obviously want the best results every week. But knowing tomorrow I could be taken out, I could crash. That's always in the back of my mind.
Yep, indeed. Thank you very much, pal.
Thank you.
As we do, cut away from him, and that is it with qualifying here in Miami. Come join us tomorrow as hopefully Pal is hoping for a third victory in a row and is looking to try and finally do it on track rather than last week, where he was given a position back on pretty much on the main straight on the final lap. So he is looking for that, but come join us tomorrow to find out whether whether Power Streak will be broken or whether he can make it a personal best for himself, or will Note come in? He's got 3 place good penalty. Will he be able to take it away, or can Logo finally win the main race as he has been looking for most of the season? Come join us tomorrow to find out. Thank you.